picture taken from the alchemy secrets. Alchemy is like before in medieval, in Western countries there was no gold. So they used to think some chemicals can be converted into gold. So that's why that done. It resembles our many of our what we call Sri Chakra and others. So it has got a secret message and all. I was always thinking about mastery. It has always for 20 years it has perplexed me. Like some are prodigies say Jitama was born master, they say. Is somebody born with master? Is God partial to somebody? Or it can be master. So I have been thinking, and some of the scientific research also I have been thinking in this regard. So I don't give any pseudoscience. I will say what is science regarding mastery. So some of it are my own interpretations, but most of these are published facts. So this is a story like in Sufi saint. Mansur was usually there in Arab countries and in many places in their villages they give free lunches on Friday and etc. And when you go, you have to tell your lineages. Like I am Sultan so I'm coming from this lineage etc. So at that time he was in a thinking mode. Then his disciples asked him, what are you thinking? He was thinking, see, if everybody knows so much about these things, if they know all of it and they don't know who they are, then how sad it will be. So in our life, we are expert at many things, earning money, everything. At the end of the day, if we don't know who we are, how sad it will be. So, the levels of mastery, initially this is from a movie called Hero, very good Chinese movie. It's a propaganda movie, it can be called, but these are the things. The first level of mastery is that the weapon becomes your own hand extension. Like when you are, this can be cadaveric dissection, many things. At the end of first level, your own hand and what you do through your instruments, tools, there should be no this. You can't say like, I want to tie a knot, I missed it. No. Second level, when your heart becomes the weapon. That means, this is scientifically described in a Michael Zillemi's book, flow. That means when you are a singer or a musician, when he is playing violin, he doesn't see the strings. Because his mind has become the string. So this is the second level. And third level is when you remove that hatred from the heart. That is, there is no enemy, you need not fight. This is the highest level one can achieve. And very, very few have achieved this. This is why Buddha and other people are, so much revered. And here, as a science which, once we know that this thing we do no harm, whatever procedure we do doesn't cause any harm, that I feel is the highest level of mastery we can achieve. So, these, most of us know, these are Maslow's steps. First, we think about basic needs. Second, we think about safety, that is how we do about others, we cultivate social, relationships, etc., love and belonging. And third, our ego has to be satisfied. And self, last we go beyond ego. We don't bother, I have achieved this or anything. So I feel, for example, Mahatma Gandhi or Krishna. Krishna's no one, he is a charioteer in the whole of Mahabharata war. But if you ask anybody who fought the max, who was responsible for the victory, everybody will say it is Krishna who was responsible for the victory. Similarly, Mahatma Gandhi, he had no position. But by let us not go into politics. Randomly just ask who is responsible for Indian independence, they will just say Gandhi, like that. So this is beyond the ego. And this is a beautiful book. Everybody has to read. It is called Mastery by Robert Greene. He has divided into 4 steps to attain this. Once you have discovered calling, but this is the most difficult step. This is apprenticeship. I think Dr. Mathuria will agree with many of this. And third is a creative active, and last is a mastery. I will explain each of it. The first one I will come to it later. The apprenticeship, that is the first, begins with deep observation. You are observing, and second is skill acquisition, and third is experimentation more. Apprentice. Now, many in Western countries and UK and other places, they are saying this word, you are enslaving, you are utilizing your residents, etc. But studies have found apprenticeship is the best form of transferring knowledge. The mentorship is the best and most efficient form, one-to-one. Like in many places, like in Bombay, I was blessed with that mentorship. This is one of the best ways to do. And what are the key steps? choose the mentor who best fits your need and connects with your lifestyle, what you want to do. And you should have a sense of humility. You should not go and argue with your mentor, say, I know this, I know that. And you work on yourself first before you argue with others. And you can have more than one mentor depending on what aspects you want to learn. And nowadays there are different ways to acquire knowledge, that is books, YouTube, videos, etc. And last and most important, we have to observe the master's power. This is what is very key. So, the mentor, what are things you have to look at? Why is it? Because he looks behind the mirror and he thoughts and the man, and there is a deep connection between the mentor and the student. And they can transfigure their idea without even expressing. This is proven in science, I am not talking from them. And they create a dynamic flow, and they are able to manipulate your knowledge and reveal some of the things which you don't understand in books. This is a story of Buddha. Arjuna is his favorite student, and once he was walking through the forest. They say when Buddha walks, the leaves fall slowly and wind blows softly and animals move gently. This is how they say the difference between when Genghis they were during that time. If any invader comes, the animals run off, but when Buddha is there, the animals love to come here. So Ananda asked him, Master, have you told me everything? He told, Buddha replied, I have told you everything, I will listen. So the master many times tells without telling. The key is, are you listening to him? Are you seeing that you should understand? You want to claim active, you do something. This is called as authentic voice. What exactly you want to do? Studies have found you need about 10 years to know what you are doing. Many of us, as soon as we finish our MCH, we want to do fellowship with others. I want them you need 10 years to know what you are doing and what you exactly want to do. And next, when you do it, you have to concentrate on maximum need, which will get you maximum. You have to concentrate on superior craftsmanship. Your action should speak. There is no need to do a code detection. You are doing peculiar, how many are guiding your hands. You should be able to say. And you should develop what is called as mentally definitional thinking. For each thing, what complications, what are the approaches, everything you should be able to become. When this comes, this is called as alchemical creativity and unconsciousness action. That's why when somebody says, I have instinct, that instinct doesn't come when you are a small child or anything. It comes after years of working under mentorship and deep observation, you develop it. And this is what is the attaining mastery. That is, you connect to your environment, you play your strength, you transform yourself to your practice. That is, you know everything at your fingertips. Internalize the details, you know everything, and widen your vision. You accept everybody, whether they are junior, whether they are senior, their religion is different, all the perspective improve. Whether we had a discussion, Jehovah's Witness, everything, and ultimately you have to submit and synthesize all four, and that's when you attain this what is called as mastery or alchemy. So that's when your intuition will come into action and come into reality. They say it takes 20,000 hours to attain this mastery. 20,000 hours of dedication to attain this mastery. So everybody has to look back at your own life. If I want to be a master neurosurgeon, 20,000 hours I have dedicated. And through studies, surgery, videos and deep observation. This is the mastery. And last and very important that comes is find your purpose. You have to find your purpose, priorities and everything. And you have to dedicate 50,000 hours means what you want to dedicate, you have to decide. Because I will see people are very disturbing. This book, how many measures of life by Kiran. He was responsible for what we call disruptive innovation and thinking like that. He died of cancer, and this is the last book he has written. And it's a priceless book. And he can be told in 9 important things. One is relationships, experience, accomplishment, contribution, what legacy you want to leave, and you have to develop meaningful metrics, how you want to measure your life. Nobody else can measure, you have to do it. This is very, very important. Please read this book. And this was how, why and how. If you know every aspects, then you will read those stages. And lastly, Mark Twain, one of the Indian poets, he says to live, to love, to learn, and to leave legacies and purpose. The need to live is food, clothing. The need to learn is social, and the need to learn is our mental need, and ultimately to leave a legacy is a spiritual need. There are two important days in our life. One is the day of our born, and the day you find out law in your life. In oral English, as a Bija, all of us know. And this is what essentially in your life you do it. And of course, these purposes can change over time. You can grow as you mature. You can change it. And this is, I leave you with this last. This is a very beautiful book. 30 lessons in living. They have interviewed over 1,080 plus years and asked what exactly is most important to you. Important is what is not important. Not a single person said it is important to be at least as wealthy as David or around you. Not a single person said that power was important. And what ultimately the Bible was quality, friendship, something bigger than themselves, and spending quality time with their children. So, one more important thing is how much return you get is depending on how much hours you work. And always we think first I concentrate on my work and then I will switch to family. Studies have found that families, young whether spouse or children, they tend to become independent if you don't give your time. And later on, when you want to give time, your children will grow up, you will go to your friends and not you. So each sphere of your life, you think how much you want to give time and to what. This, if you understand, is the master.